Hi everyone, Andragon with you. So today I would like to show you a work on mistakes or just a nice defense planning. You see that my attack planning was too pessimistic today, so I didn't plan to capture Citadel, I planned to capture the entire front line and then get some points at Citadel. And actually, my champions did more than I expected. As a result, we have only one defeat, and that happened not at Citadel, but at Foundry. And I knew about it, but still, I didn't believe it can happen. Yes, so sometimes the commander can be too pessimistic. So what I would like to talk about is our defense. So you see, this time we managed to hold Legend. As a result, they could not beat the Citadel, and as a result, they failed to get their casual score. So let me explain how I managed to get these results. First of all, I got a nice defensive extra team into Citadel. That's the second thing which was not defeated. So that's Dirtyduzen's team. He managed to hold and win one fight. I also managed to hold and win the fight which I usually lost. Same happened at Bridge. You see that I have an unusual team. First of all, instead of casual water plus something, I placed another tank. And the reason for that is because every single fight we have a fixed champion to beat me at the bridge, which is obviously Earth. And today I managed to change everything. So that's my plan. This worked, and let me introduce the previous results and compare them to the current results. So that's the previous week. You see that we already fought with Legend, and we have some defenses here. So first of all, Thunder. Thunder is a champion which is a specialist of removing me from the bridge. His power is less than mine, but he plays the right element. And as a result, with a Super Sang Angus, he is able to knock everything on his path. Yes, you see that I have a better totem, and theoretically I should hold. But in fact, that did not work. Same happened when I changed Moloch into Araji in the past. He also was able to defeat me. That's why I made a logical decision and collected a team which used more firepower. Also, I improved my Araji and the result changed. So before I show you what happened at current war, let me introduce the past fight with Thunder from the previous war. You see that actually he found a nice way to counter me. It's quite easy. So just while his tank at frontline is alive, my team suffers hard. Then Eden throws the stone, and here we go, I'm almost dead. The only problem is here. So the only problem is my tank, but he solves this problem with his totem. So as soon as I try to deal some damage, instead I hit my own face, and I can't stun him. As a result, we have a huge defeat, and actually he has kind of win. Yes, it's not a super easy win, but believe me that it was not what I wanted. So what did I change to fix this situation? Actually, the thing I changed is the changing of titles. You see that I worked on Araji, I removed my super frontline tank, and instead placed Araji plus Moloch. And this worked. Yes, the totem was not as good because it activated rarely, but my main idea was to use Moloch as a wall so that the entire team would get stuck on Moloch because he has zero effective characters against fire, and then Araji needs to deal a huge amount of damage, which is basically just what Araji can do. So you see that my overall power reduced by 20,000, but the concept was right, and as a result, I did what I had to do. So check this out, what happens. First of all, compare the health of my frontline tank and his. Only 4 stars here, so that's why I have less health, but the effectiveness of damage is hugely reduced. So he can't go through my tank, meanwhile I almost removed his own tank. And even though I could not ult in time, we don't have the protective wall, and here my team is still alive, and we just made a tank trade, I would say. And then, as you can see, my Araji starts burning the entire team kind of fast. Yes, a wall is a problem, but we have a huge amount of damage. As a result, no more adding, thanks to Araji. Araji versus Araji is okay, and you see that the situation changed really impressively. That's what I call the right team decision. Against Earth, I played Water and won. So they wanted to finish me, obviously. Another team was Vyacheslav. You see that that's a defeat. Another Water versus Earth, and this time obviously I didn't have the frontline tank. So let's see what happened here and why I managed to survive. First of all, we have charged Hyperion, but you see the damage is low. Anyway, I have Araji. Araji deals a huge amount of damage to Earth. And here we go. So hits exchange, and Vyacheslav also failed. Yeah. So that's how I solved the first puzzle at this guild war, and I really appreciate what happened here. Now let me show you the second puzzle. So the second puzzle was how to stop them at Citadel, because again Fidge attacks me every time and I'm tired of his tries. Anyway, yes, I have more power, but it does not mean I am invulnerable. Let's show you the fights in order to understand what exactly went wrong and why I had to do something with that. So we go to defenses again, we check Citadel. So here we go, Citadel. And yes, we have some more heroes, but as I told you before, the main reason was just not to show you every single fight, but yes, Karg just kills everybody, but to show you some specific fights. Okay, so about Max, you see that with a nice Karg pack you can kill many teams, I would say. Yes. So let me show you Max, and then let me show you my own fight, what was and what is now. Obviously nice team choice, and here we go, nobody is dead, opponent is removed. So what about my own fight? So Fidge is a hero who managed to remove my strongest, I would say, at that time team. You see this impressive difference. Still he won. Yes, so how did it happen? Obviously he plays healers. You would say that, oh, that's a weak healers. Why would he burn the Yasmine? The reason for that is simple. Yasmine jumps on another target, meanwhile she gets hit by healers, and she dies. That's it. So please don't underestimate enemy healers, and even though I played my strongest team at that time, I could not hold him. Let me show you the fight, and let me show you the reason why I needed to change something as soon as possible. So first of all, the start looks nice, then Yasmine jumps straight into Qing Mao. That's the role of Qing Mao actually in this team, to hold enemy Yasmine. That's her main role, and another important part is to provide armor penetration as soon as possible. So what we see here, Qing Mao is dead, but even before Qing Mao, my Yasmine gets burned. And then when it happened, the entire team just fall. So yes, it was a close fight, but still you see that Yasmine is one of the first to die when the opponent plays healers. Then goes Qing Mao, because without proper boosts she can't survive. And then my team is dead. So Fidge managed to remove me. That happened many times, and I needed to change something. So what did I change this week? The answer is kind of easy. I just removed Yasmine. Yes? Yes. Check this out. So when they tried to fight at Citadel, they found a serious problem. That's the same champion. As you can see, my power grows. 1 week, yes, I had some time. But instead of Super Yasmine, I just placed Isaac. And Isaac is effective against healers, as you remember. On the other hand, as he didn't need to fight with my Yasmine, he could swap his healers into something more effective. And he has a huge Yasmine too. So it's kind of a challenge. So enemy Yasmine with Fenris against my Qing Mao with Fenris. Everything's fair, no canes allowed. I would say no canes are played. And let's show you the fight, how it went, and why the result was so different. of all, remember that when Yasmine gets burned, thanks to Axel, the damage is dealt to the entire team, almost, while he can redirect something. I really appreciate the choice of Kira because Kira is effective against Axel. He doesn't do much in redirection, but still we have a Yasmine versus Celeste and versus Qing Mao. So why I say against Celeste? Because while Yasmine is busy defeating my Qing Mao, we have Celeste in dark mode, which can finish enemy Yasmine. And you see that at this particular part, Celeste did not move. That's why Yasmine managed to survive. Meanwhile, my Celeste also heals Qing Mao, and we have a huge amount of misses and dodges around. And finally, when the enemy tank is dead, what happens next? So Yasmine starts jumping over and over again because she gets a lot of damage, and as a result she jumps many times, but that stopped. So just now you saw that Yasmine was removed by my Celeste. And after that happened, the enemy can't hold me anymore, and he just gets burned with everything. So this time I didn't even lose any characters. Yes, just like that. Let me show you the damages again. So my main damage dealer was Qing Mao here, damage taken, and here. So that was the second solution of the problem, which I introduced today, and it helped a lot to hold the citadel. Also, let me show you the Dirtyduzen's fight. That was the second serious thing which stopped the opponent from capturing our citadel. So here we go, the enemy leader Kim versus Dirtyduzen. That's how the fight went. I can't say that was a super easy fight, no, it was not. But still he managed to survive, and as he removed Kark, everything became really simple. So Kark pack without Kark, yes, he still has some magic synergy, which is nice, but not enough damage. That's the reason why he could not finish this. So the fight at X4, just check this out. Kark is dead first time, Kark is dead second time, and here we go. So the opponent deals huge amount of damage, he nicely copies abilities with faceless, but still not enough damage. That's the problem. So he just can't finish the fight in time without Kark. Kark was his main hope, and that hope died the first. That's the second hero of today's Citadel run. Okay, so as you can see, the result shows us that I was too pessimistic about my team. I didn't want to capture Citadel. I thought that, okay, let's just pick some locations there, and we managed to do it. Yes. So let me show you the reason why. Why did we get it? Actually, at log, you can see that the last attacks were kind of, yeah, I would say optimistic, right? So what I wanted to show you is Vladimir versus Zhaka. So Vladimir plays Yasmine, Zhaka plays Hellios, but Hellios is weak, Hellios is without Merlin this time. Still we have Kane here. And this team reminds my own, right? So that's exactly my team before I started playing Isaac, and actually I still play this team against Kark packs, so why not? Let me show you the fight, and let's check, can Hellios burn the Yasmine, and why not? So here we see jumping Yasmine. Yasmine jumps straight into Qing Mao. Once again, I would like to highlight that Qing Mao Yasmine combination is nice, so she often can't kill Yasmine, but she can hold her long enough. So Vladimir loses health, but he's still alive. And while the opponent has no Qing Mao versus no Qing Mao. What's next? Next we have nice healing from Celeste. And you see that Hellios is already dead and Yasmine is still alive. So without Merlin's help and with low Hellios, Vladimir managed to remove Zhaka just in a fair fight without some special tactics. And about TR. So TR can play several teams. That's just a few examples of that. He also fought against Fidge, right? And that's what happened. So that was the fight against Super Yasmine with healers of 96k. Same Fidge, which usually removes my own team, was just removed by TR. Let's see how he managed to do that. That's exactly what I did not expect to happen. And that's probably one of the reasons why I didn't plan to capture the citadel. But you see that actually what I thought is impossible is possible. And even Yasmine survived. So great thanks to my champions for such a nice fight. I assume we can finish second this week, so not third as last time, so that only kill army can do something to my main champion stack. And thank you very much for such nice fights. Also, I would like to share my experience with you and hope it helps you to be better, play better, and get more ideas. So thanks for watching, see you in my next videos, and good luck to you.